Welcome to episode 18 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, where we have the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League and the King of the Travellers and the Kirkclap Memorial here in Ballyhaunis, County Mayo. And I'm the guru, Vince Guru Frayne, also the Wagameister. So I just want to give you the lowdown of my synopsis of game week 18, which is absolute disaster. But before I say much more of ado, I want to wish you all a happy Christmas. I've got the decorations out there ahead of me here, the tree, and a bit festive anyway. I have to feel good. It's the festive season. Advent is over and it's helter skelter Christmas. The FPL have decided to carry on and play it by ear and leave it up to the clubs to decide if they have, I think at least if they have something up to 8 players with COVID, they can cancel the match. So it's up in the lap of the gods. At the moment, the Leicester and the Brighton squads seem to be the most affected at the minute, whereas squads like Tottenham, Newcastle, they've already been through the worst of it. Touch wood, Villa just recently now with their COVID cases. So Omicron has took hold here in the UK, I suppose, and we'll just have to play it by ear. And that's what FPL Top Dogs in Ballyhaunis is all about. We're the top dogs and we eat dogs for a living. And if you're snoozing and you're losing, if you're not on it, you're losing. And if you're not listening, or hit the like and subscribe here in our little YouTube show, that will keep you up to date and informed. So I'm going to the West Ham United match, Spurs West Ham in the quarterfinal. No idea how that's going to turn out, but it should be a bit of crack. 7:45. So I'm going to do a quick video, get this absolutely horriblous game week, which was impossible to predict, and we have a load of these coming as well, folks. This is going to be up in the air. You have to be waiting till the deadline, the last second. You might get news. Usually it's 2 hours before the game, so we'll have to see about that. So what else? Also game week 21 and game week 26, they're the game weeks that are earmarked, especially game week 21. If any of the Prem teams don't have or are not involved in the cup run, and they have a free midweek and their partner does as well, then they can play them double game weeks there. So after game week 21, there's a possibility of double game weeks. And definitely after game week 23, has the teams get knocked out of the FA Cup. Spurs now are kicked out of the baloney Comfort Europa League. It's a bit harsh, I suppose, because UEFA say they abandoned the match, they forfeited their right, and there you go. So Rennes and Vitesse and Arman go through. Fair enough. Spurs were absolutely rubbish throughout the whole thing, and they should never have been in that situation. They should have been able to lose or give away that match and still top the group. But they might affect the Premier League coefficient now for the 4th spot. Probably, but there's an outside chance they could lose 4th, I hear. So let's get this party on the way. I better have a quick slurp, and I need to prepare for the match because it's a game week match, and it always is. Oh, I've got a bit on the computer. Never waste a drop. Right, let's have a look at this now. Where are we going? Let's have a quick look at the video. I've not had much of a chance to polish it. But I've done a couple of mock-ups anyway, so it takes ages to do these mock-ups. But let's have a quick look at the video. I'll just have it here on Biteable. That's where I do all my videos. Okay, internet. Anyway. Right, none of it's working. Well, what I want to say is Fergie Walsh is still ahead of the posse in the Christy Nicholson Pub League. Unfortunately, the internet's gone on me, I suppose. So yeah, Fergal Great Guns Walsh is leading the competition. I think he's about 8.4 million, so that's phenomenal. Maybe I'll have it up there now. I can go through these quick. Joey Commando Neen in second. Stephen Stratford Nolan. Morgan the Prodigy Lions is having a phenomenal season. Dave Martin, he's a mad Irons fan. West Ham, Connor Hussey, the Starman there, and myself in 9th. Yeah, so the fact that the video won't play, I'll just go through. So hot shot for this game week was myself on 83, Stephen Strat 82, Mark the Oracle 75, Connor Hussey 74, Dave West Ham United, Martin 71. So I want to draw attention definitely to the top 4 here, but if you look at the FPL Live, the story here is that we're the ones that were proactive and did something and took a risk. I definitely took a risk. When I heard the Aston Villa Burnley game was called off, I had Martinez, Watkins, and who's the other guy? Konsa. I had 3 Villa, and I had 1 Burnley, Lowton. That was like just before the deadline at the 11:30. Was it 11:30? Well, anyway, it probably wasn't anyway, but that game was cancelled anyway. And then the deadline just seemed to move towards well, the next game then was the Arsenal game. Where's the fixtures here? So yeah, we heard that United was these other matches were cancelled. West Ham, as Watford and South cancelled, and then the United one, Brighton one wins, and then we're left with 2. The Villa then was cancelled, and then we had this one at 5:30, which was the deadline seemed to be moved or something, and I was able to get another team in, and that was the team I landed on over here. So from if they cut the deadline no matter what at that deadline there for the Villa Burnley match, well then I would have been stuck with Watkins and Martinez, Konsa, and Loughton. So I was just honest. I'm looking at the phone all the time. I heard the radio. I had the radio on all the time. I heard straight away. I was able to just get this. I had already the free hit played. So for those that had played that did their transfers in to get those Watkins and all these guys in, they had nowhere to go. They took a -8, and he telling me they'd have to take another -12 just to get what they have to get in. So it's absolutely total disaster for loads of people in the league. So I settled with this. Yes, Martinelli, we'll talk more about him. That was I was watching him definitely over the last while, and I just took a punt on him. And Cancelo, I don't have Cancelo, Martinelli, Sterling. I don't have any of them 3. Or well, Jesus only got an assist, but these are I don't have Rafinha. So I wouldn't have had any of them points. I probably have Joshua cancel out the Rafinha. I probably have Salah, or maybe Captain Salah. But really, I would say personally, I would have made about between 30 and 35 points by just playing the free hit. And I don't care, folks, if you feel that a free hit or whatever chip you use will give you advantage on your team, you have to do what's best for your team. And looking at this, Stretz has done the same thing. We both captain Sterling. Me and Steve Stretch, we went against the Salah train. A shout out to Connor Hussey, the Hussmeister, as I'm trying to christen him, because I don't know him too well. Starman knows him. Adrian Phillips knows him very, very well. They went to the same school in Ballyhaunis, and the Oracle is back in their hunt. He's back in the race. So Cancelo as well, and he done his wild card. So with the wild cards and the free hit, we had no problem just changing around. So I think it really fell very well. I was something like about 640,000, and then after that free hit game week, I've kind of got back. I've jumped up half. This is the highest I have been all season after doing a free hit. It just game week history. Yeah. So 1 million, 3 million, 1 million, 400, 500,000. That's not it's 400,000. So yeah, slowly 1 million. 1,000,004, 1,327,000. That was the lowest I've been in game week 10, 307. So I'm very comfortable in this. About, maybe it's not the lowest, 312,000 game week 15. So I basically got everything back that I was hemorrhaging points in the last 2 game weeks. So I felt I had to do something, and that was it just all clicked and fell right. So what we have here, just going on to what we got here. This is the little mock-up that I did here. So here you go. I mean, the people are walking over the cliff because they're listening to all these influencers from FPL May to Andy from Let's Talk FPL or the Fantasy Scouts. And I dabble into these guys just to see what they're going on about. But I play FPL for me and for my own reasons. And I want to have a bit of fun. And if it was a bit of fun playing the free hit, I don't think it's a disaster. As Andy from FPL says, your priorities change. And so I'll be considering more who to have on board before we get to a double or triple game week. What you need now is you need to have mostly Spurs players coming up soon. I have Reguilon Son. And also you need a load of Watford, a load of Watford, a load of Man United. And I think West Ham as well. They're the three when West Ham get back, and obviously Villa as well. So, but Watford definitely need to have something. You need to have Dennis or King anyway, just to make some sort of just keep on to those groups. And there's a worry about Leicester and obviously Brighton that they maybe get their fixtures cancelled for game week 19. So just keep your head. As a heads up there, keep an eye on. And from now on, all bets are off, folks. The Premier League want the games carrying on, and we're going to go in Wales. There's a rule of 6 now going for the hospitality trade and restaurants. So this thing's all going to filter over into England soon enough. So I don't know how long we'll be playing in stands and grounds. There was only 45,000 at the Liverpool game, with the 2-2. So I was shocked about that, because another 20,000 there, and they didn't turn up because of these changing in regulations, and not everybody is au fait. I know people that can't go tonight because they don't have a proper passport or ID to identify themselves so that they can get in the ground and use the NHS app and the COVID Green Pass. There's loads of this stuff. So anyway, just getting back, Stress and the Guru and Oracle go their own way, and we do. I had no choice because we're going to have to get off the Salah train, and I'm going to take a risk. Apart from the Leeds match, I think everyone would probably have to captain Salah for the Leeds match, for crying out loud. Like, Leeds are just hemorrhaging goals all over the place. The 7-0 and 4-1 against Arsenal, 7-0 against City. This is the wild card, boy. This is a free hit. Cheers, actually in my heart lane there, and there's Stevie Stret there with the game week 18 free hit. Mass zombinism infects FPL players. Why do people follow the herd? Well, people follow the herd because it's comfort. It gives security. It gives, everybody's on. But in FPL, you need differentials. If you're on Everton, I find it's boring as hell, just captain Salah all the time, and everyone's ended up with the same players. You have to think outside the box. It's a bit more risky, but the rewards are phenomenal. And why not? I want to finish top 50,000. I'm serious about this. And I don't think I was going nowhere until this. So let's see how we get on for the next game week. Yeah, a shout out to obviously Martinelli. That's himself, but I did another mock-up of myself. That's Arteta and Martinelli. So I just threw my face in there. Marty, I love you. Even though I'm a Spurs fan, you got me a mega amount of points. Thank you. 2 goals. The other day against Leeds. Guru ditches Damari Gray for next hot free hit fling. Martinelli. Now, he was 5.2. I'm looking at Martinelli. Everyone has to. Even Andy from Let's Talk FPL, they're looking at Martinelli. It's hilarious that Andy has put Martinelli in his ones to watch when he's never going to get him in. Now, I'm looking at my team specifically. That was what I did last week. So I've got all the Martinelli points and the Canceloma, and I would not have had them, and the Rafinha. So if you get over to 25 to 30, 35 points on a free hit, take it, run, and it's been a success as far as I'm concerned. For the next game week, I think I'm going to roll a transfer. I think I will. I'm not going to do anything until closer to the deadline, which will be on St. Stephen's Day, Boxing Day, for us over here. 11 o'clock start. Yeah, I was just saying that I have to be very careful about your vision for your team. If you lose that vision for your team, you'll get lost in transfers. The crowd are all getting Josh in. The crowd are getting Rafinha in. The crowd are getting in. Oh, we have to have King. We have to, and you get him in. Just figure a way just to get the money. But it's a vision in the long term. It's a mixture of fixtures, look, and a bit of study up, and keeping on it. There's 4 things you need to keep. You need to keep on this thing. Look, I don't know what are the rewards. You get nothing for a great game week rank. Is it a sign of a wasted youth doing FPL? I try to make up for it by doing loads of other things actually. So Huang is a problem, but I'll have to figure out him at a later date. Happy to have Dennis, Antonio. Now I'm a bit worried about Antonio and Bowen. Look, I think maybe it's one of the West Ham fans at work winding me up that there could be a possibility they have been tested for COVID. I don't want to spark any rumors. I would check it, before I start spreading these, and Owen Cole. That is playing Santa today. Apparently both Antonio, you're joking, on Twitter 8 hours ago. So this is probably current enough news. Well, that's the West Ham narrative out now. So who knows? Apparently both. This is the latest. Yarmolenko up to keep an eye on now as things progress. Antonio, yes. Bowen, no. Bowen is having a late fitness test, might make it. Please tell me you're joking and all this. Anyway, so the latest information is all there. Just a little heads up, just in case. Like I have a few things to think about. Just Antonio there. If I do any free, I might just keep Antonio. The games are going to rack up for West Ham soon. If they have more of these cases, it's not. I'm really happy I managed to get 2 proper keepers in for a change, Martinez and Fernandez. I really sorted out when the -12 hit, so it was a big hit, but it's actually for the long run it might actually work out to have 2 playing keepers. So I'm happy enough with that. Bernardo, we'll have to see. I'm thinking of Foden and Grealish up to his old tricks again, when playing for Ireland and not wanting to turn up for the 21s and in Marbella or Lanzarote or Ibiza, wherever it was, on the pavement. He likes a couple of beers, or Jack and Foden and the other Buck Greenwood from United, having the right laugh in Iceland. The 2 of them are dynamite together, and apparently they turned up for training the day after the 7-0 hammering of Leeds, and they weren't in the best condition. Let's say boys will be boys, but they were dropped. So if you've had Foden or Grealish, I'm worried. You need to be a bit more professional. They're great players, but Pep won't tolerate. And he said that he is watching outside of the stadium, not just in the stadium. So there you go. It's hard to know what to do with the City. I think Mahrez is looking like a good prospect. Diaz, everyone's raging on about Diaz, but Cancelo, I have to fix my Cancelo problem. I got away with that free hit last week, so that's one thing. So not going to talk too much about transfers. I head off soon. So probably I'll have the captain, no choice. Salah, that's probably obvious, but 11 o'clock deadline. And we'll be listening and waiting to see what games here will be called off and won't be. So there's no point really talking too much because it'll just be hearsay in a way. But keep an eye out for the Brighton Brentford match and the Man City Leicester, because that could be, your Man City assets. They mightn't be having a game week in game week 19. So there's a lot of FUD out there. FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. What we use in crypto. So that's a lot covered already. Just enough about my team. I'm happy enough. I'm in stock and range. Fergie has got a 60, good stuff. 2 non-players there. Foden didn't play, so it could have been better. Look, Joey Neenan took out Antonio for Watkins, so he missed that bit of late news. He didn't play a free hitter, so all these guys will have their free hit later. So I'm going to be planning already to make sure I'm on it so that I won't lose too much against the free hit in the future. But he's got in Watkins, and Villa. It's just look, Antonio to Watkins is probably foresight there, because if Antonio's down to Colville, then Joy's he's done an oracle job. Stephen Stress, he's gone triple Chelsea, and that's a bit scary. They have a tricky fixture one coming up, and he's all in Chelsea, but Alonso has been getting a few assists, 2 assists in the last two games. Saka, fair play, good stuff. Emil Smith Rowe is still outscoring him from the bench. Tsimikas, fair enough. He's going to be a good replacement for Andy Robinson, who is out for a couple of more games. He'll miss the other game with the Carabao Cup. So listen, I love it. I love it. That's his free hit. So he'll go back to his other team from the week before. But yeah, just commenting on the bloody match that squad he doesn't have. Only 9 for Morgan. So Concept, the Villa boys, and Foden. That's gushing. So, and the -4 as well. So that's a big blow for Morgan there. Dave Martin doing fine. He did his wild card, and he's on Cancelo now. Mahrez, yeah, that looks great. I wouldn't mind Smith Rowe not being on the bench. I think he's phenomenal. I think he will be starting games. I think you could put Martinelli up front and give Lacazette a rest, but he will be could be in a rotation at the moment with Martinelli. But that's fair enough, because Martinelli's prone to these injuries, calf injuries and ankle, foot injuries and all sorts. So he'll have to have his minutes watched. Tierney's a great call. Tierney is a great call, definitely. Connor Hussey, he's got in Marcel, and he got rid of Pookie for Watkins. It would have made no difference anyway. Pookie, I don't know what you're getting in Pookie for. Gookie Pookie, that's Gookie Pookie, all right. He's spookily bad. There you go, Dennis. I love Connor's team. It's really on it. He's got that was a great call with Marcel. He was wondering with Al Nori out who will be playing at left, and Marcel was the answer, and good stuff there. Good 6 points. Yeah, that's a very, very strong team. Look at that bench. Antonio Bowen, no, there's a doubt about. But that bench, it seems to he's got all really good players in every position, even Gallagher. So good luck to you there, Connor. Starman in 7th. Little bit of a stutter this week, but he's been going absolutely helter-skelter for the last few game weeks and rallied up the table. He's in a great position. He's got a load of Arsenal boys. He's gone double with the Watford. Fair enough. I'm not saying anything bad. That's Foster King. So he's gone King instead of Dennis. Okay, so Watkins. Yeah. Look, it's hard to comment on any of the teams. It just that's myself. Kylie got 10 out of 10. He got rid of Regulon for cash, didn't play, and Sam Maxim for Watkins. Watkins didn't play, so he was totally goosed this game week. He got a bit of a lamp on the jaw there, thanks to the game week schedule, and so. They say all the breaks even out from the season, aka 47. Kieran Kylie, aka 47 Kylie. That's a bit of a mouth. I like all the K's, bro. All right, Sean Gilday, he won't be happy as well. Yeah, he's a load of Watkins and Louise. Foden didn't play. Oh, that's bad. So Mark, yeah, the Oracle done his wild card. That shout for Cancelo. Cheer, Mark, phenomenal. That's the call of the week. It probably beats my Martinelli, because it did cross my mind that Captain Martinelli, I swear to God, and I have him in my son dream team, and he killed. I'm on top of my league at work, about 70 or 80 points now at this stage. It's not over yet, but that's the call of the week for me. Oh, you Cancelo boys, just phenomenal guts, and to stay away from the Salah train, and you could have went for one of the Arsenal bucks, but no. Phenomenal. Cheers. Dallas is not a bad call. Menaclo, obviously, well, I don't think he started there. King is fine. Scarlett. So I'm just worried about the bench there with your wild card. It doesn't seem to be too top heavy with any massive striker. I know Lacazette is a bit. You got King. Scarlett's just a non. So you're going to play mainly a defense-based team. Mount is a great Mount and Jota together. I love it. And Emil Smith Rowe. I love it. Rudiger as well. Loads of people getting off Rudiger now in the last while because they're getting off their double and triple Chelsea defense because of the game weeks coming up and their lack of form. Stephen Carney got really done anyway. He's only got 9 that played, and he was taken out there. Dennis and Antonio Gallagher didn't play, none of the Palace. And Jerry Feely got absolutely slaughtered as well. Only 7 played. He just kept in it there with Cancelo. Very unlucky. It's just the rub of the green. Only 6 for Patrick Caulfield. Oh my God, 9. So there's a loss of look at -12 took there for John C. Halpin. Captain Salah, he's got in Grealish, didn't play. Good call for Cancelo. Watkins and Bowen didn't play. No luck at all there for you, John. My sympathies for the game week. It's enough to kind of put you off FPL. Some people would just kind of say, this is to hell with us. And a few others now, they're nearly 200 points down at this stage. They're still plugging away some. But then again, we're going to the guru killer, Kevin. He's got his Cancelo in a pair 3. But he's Diaz, so he's got 30 points out of the 47 with City. And the rest just not playing. Probably maybe didn't react a lot. Loads of people knew Leicester was off and Brighton was off. So a lot of these knew they were off, but didn't react. That's the perfect example to play a free hit or even a wild card, but definitely a free hit because these players are really good. I think, in all fairness, this season, guys, I think you need about 5 free hits for it to be fair and honest. But as it is, we've only got 1 because of these Omicron times. Unlucky there for Dave McNamara. He finished 4th season. He got in his Watkins, regular for Tierney. That I don't know about that move, not at all. Regs is going to be phenomenal, although Sessegnon is going to be good for Spurs as well. So that's it. The Snowmeister. Okay, Snow, you know what you're doing. Totally goosed this week. Unlucky. So that's the latest there. What's the next? The King of the Travelers is what I will have a quick look at next. See what we're doing. Then I'm going to go. I have a match to go. The Carabao. And thank you, my friend Ian, for throwing the ticket my way. Couldn't go, and I'm filling in the gap. So here we are, the King of the Travelers, the roundup. William Nestor taken down by the average, so he owes that €5 to the Boyle Sports thing. I'm going to count all this up at the end of the season. I'm telling you, I'm going to go hunting. I'm really interested in the battle of the Boyle Sports. Snowman versus Crane. Snowman just took out James Crane, the 2 of them from Boyle Sports. So the talking rights, the bragging rights is to the Snowman, and congratulations, that's a phenomenal result there, bro. So you're still in the top dog gang, bro. Myself, took out Pat Kiley. He didn't have a chance with the fixtures that are, being called off. And there's Stephen Carney, 50. Owen's lost, and that's bad news for Owen. He's well up there in the Christie. Han Solo Fitz takes out John Kelly. Sean Gilday takes out Jerry Freely. Jerry's now lost, and Sniper will take his place. And I think Sniper's above me as well. Connor Hussey in great form with Kieran Kiley. Connor taking out Joey Fahey relatively with a aplomb. Mark the Oracle, great score this week. Of course, he's going to win, is not. Dazza Duffy losing now to the Guru Killer. God, that's some team. I wouldn't mind popping in. What happened to the Dazza? This guy was... he didn't have many playing, so he's not been reactive, and there's a load just of missing this and that. So that's another example. If he was on it, he would be doing something in regard to a wild card, but Dazza hasn't been on it for a while. Kieran Kiley just narrowly squeaking by. 2008 Christy Nicholson winner. Duncan Hannon and Owen Rowe winning out against Coiner. So where are we? Game week. How did you get to the standings? So quite a bit down myself. 38, 7 points down to Kieran Kiley, who is outright lead. Connor Hussey on 42. Gilday just popping above me, 39. 38. Jerry's with a couple of defeats is flowing down the table a bit with Owen Collins and Stephen Strett, and anyone in 33, 32. There's still a chance. There's loads of games yet left to play. You know, we've had 18. We're nearly halfway through the season. I don't know. Can Kylie, aka 47, just hold us off with his? How many bullets has he got left? That's the thing. How many does the Kyle Meister have left to hold us all back, or is he firing blanks? Let's see. So that's about it now. I better head off now, and thanks for listening. Happy Christmas to you all. Before I go, I suppose. Yeah, Marty, I love you. Yes, exactly. I've ditched Demary Gray there. 5.3 is still a great bargain. So if you can fit in Martinelli, but be aware that he could be rotated, or he could be just thrown up front as a lone striker. But Lacazette is captain for the season, so I doubt he's going to be on the bench for most games. So Laka will be up there. Aubameyang. So I'm not going to pass judgment on Aubameyang. I could be many reasons. There's two sides to every story, and the narrative is painted really bad against Uba. But you know, there you go. And I have a new hot free hit fling, and maybe I might get back to Demary. I don't know. But Bamford, Bammers from last season was my favorite. He got me out of so much trouble. Great season, and all there's left to do is to wish you all a happy Christmas. We'll be back for the new year. It's going to be great crack, and I love it. Bad and helter skelter, and who knows? Games called off here and there. Who can survive? Who will be the last man standing? Well, good luck, and I'm happy I've got this out before the game. So wish us well tonight. Up the Spurs. Anyone else who you support, I'm taking on the West Ham. And cheers. Thanks very much, everybody. God bless, and goodbye. Oh yes. Stop recording. Bye bye, folks.